You've been talking about neighboring rights. Is this a problem about internet now? Because the neighboring rights in printed media are already done, they are existing, but in the internet is not so easy now.
We had a discussion with other publishers sharing the development of an initiative in Germany where the Association of Newspapers and the Association of Magazine Publishers have asked the government to modernize the copyright law so that creativity, so that journalistic content of newspapers and magazines get a better protection, allowing the refinancing, the payment of content in the online environment.
So it's not about the private people who are sometimes downloading some information, it's about companies. Why?
Right. This is very important. The philosophy is that companies that use journalistic content from newspapers and magazines, and only companies, not the private users, should pay for a good they use for their own development and for their own benefit, commercial benefit in their companies, because professional journalism is a very important and expensive good produced by experts and journalists that verify the information, that investigate the information. So journalism is an expensive work that goes with the brand, with the quality brand and the credibility brand of a newspaper or a magazine. And this has a price. And similar to music and films, etc., and all other copyright and intellectual property right goods, it is important that those that use this for commercial purposes have the freedom to say, yes, I use it, and yes, I pay, or no, I do not use it, so I don't pay. Very normal process, and it is here where, in Germany, the government coalition has this in the plans to modernize this. It is in the development and in the discussion.
So you think that the biggest difficult is the politics, that they need to want to change the law. They are changing the law. Do you think that will be the same in other countries, or there are some countries that you know that they won't be able to do that?
I cannot answer to that. In this conference today, we explained and updated colleagues from Italy and Spain and Poland and Norway, etc., sharing the development in this particular German case, the initiative of the German Newspaper Publishers Association and Magazine Publishers Association, and I cannot say anything about the activities of publishers in this point in other countries, but there is for sure interest. It is important for publishers everywhere because we all have the same problem: how to monetize journalistic content in an online environment.
Yeah, because we can fit it in the online, especially.
Right. The difference is that in the paper times, copying was not so easy. But in the online modern times, you can copy millions of times and use this good, and this is why this good, this content, this journalistic content needs protection, because only if it has protection it can be sold to commercial units being business, not the individual user.
The private user. What about the policies in that law? What can happen to company, not the private person, when someone's using, the intellectual rights or articles on informations without paying, without agreement? Is not the time to talk about the policies now?
No, it is not. It is not the time, and you see, there's no need for a dramatic organization. Compare it to the licenses companies pay for software. Companies pay, and there might be some that do not pay, but normally companies pay for goods. That is the way free economy works. You buy and you pay, you sell and you get money. So you have a software license, you pay, you have a branded journalistic information, you pay. So this is something companies are used to, and it is important that journalistic content now comes into this group and is respected and protected as a good. There is no need, for what I know for the moment, for any big organization behind it. It is an offer. Do you want to use this good? Yes or no? Free choice.
Just like a free market and the good habits in the free market.
Absolutely yes. Yeah.
All right.